Hey everyone, happy Thursday. I hope you're having a great week so far, heading into a fantastic weekend. The sports calendar is full per usual. Because we watch everything. Off the Rail Sports with Bert Beiswanger, we watch everything and we talk about just about anything. Hey, before we get started, and I'm in a great mood today. I'm usually in a pretty good mood, although my wife would say otherwise, but that's not true. Sporting my Keeneland Racing hat, Keeneland Race Course down in Lexington, God's country, whatever you think a postcard of Lexington would look like, you just take a drive through the back roads around Keeneland and Lexington, and that is true bluegrass country. That's bourbon country. It's awesome. Just booked my hotel, our hotel, tickets for a couple days down there in the fall, October actually. So looking forward to that, watching some great horse racing as we lead into the Super Bowl on the horse racing calendar, the Breeders' Cup, the first weekend in November at Del Mar race course out in San Diego, or specifically Del Mar. So anyway, put me in a good mood. Keeneland always puts me in a good mood. This week, last week, the home stretch, if you will, for Major League Baseball in the baseball season. Lots of crazy things going on out there. A lot of meaningful games and series this week. And we're already well into it, right? So we're wrapping up series today, and then a lot of new series will start on Friday, tomorrow, and we're still battling for some important playoff positions. Crazy things going on out there. The American League Central. A month ago, Cleveland was a couple games below 500, not even in the hunt. They were 15 games out in July-ish, mid-July. 11 games out September 5th, something like that. That's all gone. Cleveland is in first place. They've won 10 out of the last 11 at the exact same time the Detroit Tigers, who were once about 26 games above 500, have lost 10 out of 11, including the last two nights to Cleveland. It's insanity. Detroit went from battling for the top seed to now they're fighting for their playoff lives and wild card lives. And the kicker to that is, well, Detroit is in the middle of losing 8 games in a row and dropping into a tie for the last wild card spot. They're battling the Houston Astros, who are on their own downward spiral. They've lost 5 in a row. They were tied for their division with Seattle Mariners exactly 5 games ago, and Seattle went and swept them in Houston, and they keep winning. Houston keeps losing. So it's almost as if Houston went and just took the division, or I'm sorry, Seattle went and took the division. They're running away. They may be the top seed in the American League now, and frankly, one of the more fun teams you're going to watch. And we'll get to a big reason on that here in a minute. But nonetheless, this has been insane. It doesn't look like Houston wants the last spot. Detroit's doing everything they can to ruin what was looking like a fantastic season for the Tigers. And so, yeah, that's going on. The Toronto Blue Jays had I don't know, I think it was just a formality, if you will, that they were going to win the AL East. They had the best record in baseball. They were the number 1 seed. Great team. Great fan base. Just Blue Jays are awesome. They've now lost 6 out of 7. The Yankees are on a tear. So now the Yankees have bumped up to the division lead. Toronto's down in the position of wild card and kind of battling with that. And it's just crazy. And then finally, you're looking at I'm kind of looking at the standings here real quick, and you've got the Reds, and you've got the Arizona Diamondbacks, and you've got the Mets. All three of those very average teams battling for that last playoff spot. But the Reds are doing what the Reds do, and that is They won 4 in a row. Well, they don't typically win 4 in a row and sweep the Chicago Cubs, but they did that. It was almost an automatic that they were going to follow that up with losing a series to Pittsburgh, and that's exactly what they've done. They're trying to salvage a game today, but lots of damage done there. Fortunately for the Reds, though, no one else wants to win, so the Mets are losing. They lost last night, and Diamondbacks lost. So it's a mess, but it's a fun mess, and we'd like to clean it up by watching the rest of the weekend and seeing how this all plays out. As a fan, I hope Detroit can pull this out tonight. I really don't care. I don't have a dog in the fight. However, I just I want to see these storylines continue through the last series of the season, the last weekend of the regular season, as we turn into the playoff time next week. Because to me, this makes it feel like a playoffs. And so, looking forward to it. Lots of great series. I mentioned the Mariners earlier and what Cal Raleigh is doing as a catcher and as a switch hitting catcher. At that is historical. He is going to. He's Mickey Mantle as a switch hitter from a home run standpoint. He's putting up numbers that catchers don't put up, and he's doing it as a catcher, which I don't think the average fan realizes the toughness of that position. Probably the toughest position in sports. It's definitely the toughest position in baseball. What you want out of a catcher typically is defensive first, and if we can get some production out of it, great. But he's just doing things that no catcher has done. And he's doing things that switch hitters haven't done. And it's going to be interesting to see what the voters do with the MVP voting this year with Cal Raleigh putting up a historic season. But Aaron Judge just doing what Aaron Judge does. And I actually don't think that's selling him short. He's phenomenal. And his OPS, which is on base and slugging percentage combined, a measurement that they use in baseball a lot, OPS, right? His OPS is 150 points higher than Cal Raleigh. So honestly, you give it to him. And I couldn't argue with that. But it's really cool. The fans in Seattle are going to go nuts. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch this playoff run. I'm bummed that the Blue Jays have fallen out of first in the AL East, and the Yankees are in first now. I would love to see the Blue Jays hosting a series. Well, they'll probably host a series, but as division champs. But that's I don't know if that's going to happen now. We'll see. There's still 4 games to go. We'll see what happens. Hey, locally, Hamilton County continues to hit it out of the park, become the next sports hub of the Indianapolis region, if you will. I mean, we all know the city of Indianapolis is built on sports predominantly. I mean, I can't think of anything else that you could say is a reason why Indianapolis is the way it is. I mean, yes, convention business, all that. The convention industry is vital and a huge part of all of that. No doubt about that. But the foundation was always sports. And then that led to everything else and everything working together to make Indianapolis what it is today. But Hamilton County now is just continuously checking boxes in the sports department. I mean, we've got the new arena in Fishers, as we know, where the Fuel play and the Night play and the Freight play. Then we've just built Innovation Mile in Noblesville, where the Noblesville Boom will play. We just hosted Live in Westfield. That's coming back. And I say we because I live in Hamilton County, so we're killing it up here. We're killing it. But now it's announced that USA Gymnastics USA Gymnastics is heading to Innovation Mile in Noblesville as well. And they will have their new office headquarters there, training facility, um, wellness training and wellness center, as they're calling it. That's awesome. That when I went up and saw Innovation Mile for the first time, the arena at Innovation Mile, you could just see, the master plans there. It's going to be an awesome area. It's a really cool arena, and now this facility will add to that, and it's just going to keep building and building and building. So, congratulations, everyone involved. Hamilton County, Noblesville, Hamilton County Sports Authority, and many others. That's a great addition to the sports landscape here, and we're happy to see it. All right, moving on. The Ryder Cup is this weekend at Bethpage Black in New York. You got Europe coming over here, stateside, taking on USA. Europe tends to, regardless of what the teams look like on paper, often USA on paper over the years has been the better team. We go to Europe, that is not the case. We get beat there pretty regularly. I can't remember the last time we won in Europe. I'm sure we have in recent years, or recent Ryder Cups. I don't know. We get beat over there all the time. And then we come here, and I feel like we don't even own it the way we should. We win. We win. We blew one up in Chicago. I mean, it's been a while. But yeah, that was USA was up like 6.5, and we blew the Ryder Cup. God, you couldn't make that up. But anywho, this one, I hate to not back the red, white, and blue, but they're giving me plus 170 on Europe, plus 150-ish to 145, 150 for a draw, no bet, which means if it's draw, if they tie, and they can tie in the Ryder Cup, no bet. You get your money back. If they win, you get the winnings. You get the decreased odds from a win bet, but still, it's a good return. And I love it because, quite frankly, on paper, I think Europe is better. I don't honestly think there's any question. Ludwig Aberg, Matt Fitzpatrick, Tommy Fleetwood. Aberg's phenomenal. What a great young player. Ludwig is Terrell Hatton, Victor Hovland. I think Victor Hovland's going to tear it up. I think he's going to tear it up. John Rahm, Rory McIlroy, always just steady, reliable Justin Rose. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This gets started tomorrow. They've had some weather issues. It's raining out there today. They moved some things around as far as the pre-event pomp and circumstance, but that's behind us now. This kicks off tomorrow. Looking forward to it. We've got football, obviously, going on. Week 4 of the NFL, week 5 college football, I think it is. Nonetheless, we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get closer. Well, we're getting closer. Maybe tomorrow. How about that? Tomorrow we'll talk a little more football. There is a game tonight, the Seahawks and the Cardinals. I think I like the Seahawks there. Minus 130, minus a 1.5 on DraftKings right now, so I'll take that. I think I will, right? The Cardinals lost their running back last week, gruesome injury. Connor, reliable running back, very efficient, productive, you name it, over the years. And that's a big loss, but Seattle's playing good ball. So I'll take the Seahawks. I mean, granted, they clobbered the Saints at home, so yeah, they're playing good ball, but the Saints are horrible. So I don't. It's not because of that. It's just I think Seattle's a really good team. They're going to Arizona. I get it, but let's take the Seahawks here. All right. Hey, listen. Enjoy the rest of your week. We will go into more football tomorrow, but today, enjoy the MLB, enjoy these games, It's really compelling stuff, and I don't think baseball gets nearly enough for credit, especially the playoffs with how good it is. The playoffs are going to be fantastic, and they usually are. And we'll get into the Ryder Cup tomorrow, watching that, but talking a little more football as we head into the weekend. Hey, listen, have a great day, everybody, and we'll talk soon.